What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and it finally happened. I managed to get my hands on a Longbow synthesis sniper. You guys know it's pretty much all I've been going on about since the April update, and even before the April update I had my eye on the LDR and the Longbow because I really love sniping and I really want one of these amazing Year 1 snipers brought back into Year 2. But after probably 20-25 Crucible packages, I finally got one through all of those useless gauntlets and managed to get one. So we're going to be taking a look at the perks, what the best perks to use for one of these things, and also some gameplay of the thing in action of me playing with this weapon for a few hours. So let's first go through the perks. Of course, it did drop at 330. That is the max level that you will get from those Vanguard and Crucible packages. I've since infused it to 335. So we're going to take a look at the actual perks on this thing, and admittedly, they are not too great. I'm still happy I got one in the first place, but these perks are not that great, and there's definitely a lot better rolls that you can obtain. I'm sure I've seen a ton of you guys tweet me much better rolls on yours, but let's go through the scopes first of all. This is where it's really important, and like I said in that God Roll LDR video, these scopes are the most important thing. Like, the perks are just extra, and they might do extra little things, but these scopes are the most important thing, and that's all that really matters, and I did not even get a good scope of mine. So let's take a look. In this top node here, basically all three of the scopes you have a chance of getting aren't really that great, so you can see the fact I'm using the Hawkeye shows just how bad the scopes are. This is my best option. In this middle category here, you have a chance of getting the Long View 10, the Long View 20, or the Short Gaze 10. So out of the three options you can get on this node, 2 out of 3 of them are the number 1 and the number 2 best scopes in the game, the Short Gaze and the Long View 10. In this last category, you have a chance of getting the Taxis, which I have here, or the Ambush. So once again, did not get lucky, and I have pretty much no good scopes. The only one I have is this Hawkeye 15, and this is not a very good one. It's decent, and I'll take it, of course, but it's a mid-range one. And you can see a side-by-side comparison between the Short Gaze 10 on my 1000-yard stare and the Hawkeye, which is a mid-zoom scope. And you can see the difference. Of course, the Hawkeye is zoomed in a little bit further, which means I can't use it as a close-range weapon. I can't, like, challenge people at doorways or try and quick-scope people. I have to pick my fights a lot further away and try and be a long-range sniper, which I'm fine with. And again, it is a usable sniper scope. And like I've said, the best scope you can hope for is the Short Gaze 10. Now, the next perk I've got is Last Resort. This means the weapon will handle and reload a lot faster if I'm the last living player on the fire team. So that includes raids or in Trials of Osiris in PvE and PvP. If I'm the last living player, then the weapon is going to handle a lot faster. And it's quite similar to the Broken Heart buff you got back in the Crimson Days mode, where you can handle the weapon much better if you're the last living player. Now, some people love this perk, some people don't. I'm not really a fan of it, honestly. I feel like it's too situational for a perk and doesn't always benefit you, and there are a lot better perks in the option for me personally. Of course, it will come in handy that rare time when you are the last one alive and you want to go and Rambo it and just clutch it for your whole team, but I don't feel like that happens all too often, so I would much rather a perk like Triple Tap where I can spam bullets at a boss's head and get some bullets back. So I think that's a much better perk. Triple Tap is definitely the one that I would go for, and I can use it more as a PvE weapon as well. This middle column is kind of weird. I've got Explosive Rounds, which is a very gimmicky perk, not very good. I've also got Handmade Stock, which nearly maxes out stability. Now, this you would think is good. I personally, it might sound weird, but I don't actually want max stability. The 1000-yard stare that I've used for most of the Taken King has a fair bit of kick, and I've gotten very used to it, so I compensate for it. When I fire the thing, it kicks high, and I drag it down low. Whereas if I use this weapon with max stability, it's not going to kick very high, but in my head, I'm still going to be trying to compensate for that kick that I'm used to for the 1000-yard, so it's going to be a very weird feeling. This weapon is not going to budge much, and I've seen it, it's got very, very low recoil, and it's kind of a weird feeling. I'm kind of waiting for it to kick very high, but it doesn't, so it kind of throws my aim a little bit, if that makes sense. I don't want to get used to this weapon with no recoil, and then when I go to my 1000-yard, it's going to feel like it kicks really high, so I need to figure out which perk I want to use in this middle column. If I had my pick for a middle column perk, it would definitely be Quick Draw. This is, I think, the best one now for PvP snipers, because it lets you draw the weapon fast and also aim down sight faster. It used to be Snapshot, which just lets you ADS faster, but that got nerfed with the April update, so it's pretty much the same as Quick Draw now. So Quick Draw gives you 2 benefits, whereas Snapshot only gives you 1. So Quick Draw, I would say, is the best one. And also, like I said in the LDR video, I think Casket Mag is also really good for PvE. That's going to boost your magazine to 5 rounds, and if you combine that with Triple Tap, you're going to be able to get off 7 shots at a boss's head. So that is massive damage, and those are 2 of my favorite options, Quick Draw and also Casket Mag. Now, what's easily the best part and the highlight of this sniper, the only good bit, is the last perk, and this is Outlaw, which I really like, and this is going to increase my reload speed if I get headshots. Obviously, in the Crucible, that's going to come in handy a lot if you're accurate, and if you can get those one-shot kills, so this is going to increase your reload speed dramatically, which is definitely a massive help. So I'm pretty happy with Outlaw. I think it's a great perk, although if I had my way, as you guys know, I'd definitely pick Hidden Hand. I think that's the best one you can get. It's going to increase the target acquisition, and I think that's essential in PvP. So those are my recommendations for perks on a PvP version of the Sniper or the Longbow Synthesis like I've got here. Like I said, my one isn't great, but I'm just happy to have one in general. I would literally take one with just blank perks and just a Short Gaze 10 sniper scope, so I'm just happy to have one in general, and this Hawkeye scope is going to take a little while to get used to, but as you can see in the gameplay, I think I'm warming up to it already, and it's not a bad scope. Like I've said, it will take a while to get used to. So let me know in the comment section if you guys have any longbow snipers and what do you think of them. I'm sure a ton of you guys already have one. I get so many tweets of people like LDRs and longbows and hidden hand and all these crazy god roll snipers. I'm just wondering where everyone is getting these from. I've literally got this one from like 30 packages, like Zer sold them without me knowing. It seems like every sniper I'm getting killed by in the Crucible has got a longbow. I'm just wondering where everyone's getting these things from. Hopefully I can get some more and hopefully I can get a god roll one eventually. I do have to say that this grind for a longbow or an LDR and this hunt for it does bring me back to year 1 and actually being excited to get stuff, because right now I don't think anyone really cares about getting exotics. I don't feel that special and especially not that rare, but in year 1 it reminds me of just really wanting certain weapons and exotics, and this longbow and LDR grind really has me chasing and ranking up as fast as possible to try and get as many of them. So I do really enjoy this and I hope they can implement more of these into Destiny and Destiny 2 and the expansions, but I'm really enjoying trying to get some of these god roll snipers. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and a look at my longbow synthesis and some of my perk recommendations. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have any god roll snipers. I already know a ton of you guys do, but let me know in the comment section if there are any you're already happy with. But drop a like rating on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.